On Hot Picks today, we're focusing on the software sector. And we're joined by Fatima Boolani, Managing Director in Software Equity Research at Citi. Thanks very much indeed for joining us, Fatima.
Happy to be here. Thank you, Andrew.
Tell us about your first idea, please. Rubrik, what kind of software do they sell?
So I'm going to take a step back and set the stage. There has been an absolute frenzy in technology investing as it relates to the AI trade. So the ideas that we're going to present and the names that we've been socializing in our investor conversations are within the software realm, but specifically on the infrastructure software side, which our perspective and perception is that are going to be more immune to some of the disruption that's potentially coming down the pike from some of the most valuable private software companies. So with that backdrop in mind, Rubrik is a very interesting one. As you can imagine and appreciate, this is not necessarily a household name in the tech and software sphere, but what they're doing is extremely important from the standpoint of enabling organizations to have a lot of confidence in how they are collecting, managing, and safeguarding their data. It's a backup and recovery software platform for very large organizations, but increasingly they've really beefed up their cybersecurity capabilities, especially around data and data hygiene. And really that becomes very important when you think about organizations that are spending a lot of time building applications, AI applications and AI-powered applications to drive business value. Your outputs from an application standpoint are only going to be as good as your data quality and data integrity. And Rubrik has a very important and we think consequential role to play in that opportunity here and beyond.
And actually, one thing before, we've heard, of course, a lot of talk about investors worried that AI will upend the software business. Give us your thoughts on that and maybe tell us how it would relate to a company such as Rubrik.
I think it's a very important observation, and I'm glad you asked. So this is exactly that bifurcation I was laying out, right? There's an application realm of software, and there's an infrastructure realm of software. And you can, by and large, think about these things as, more plumbing on the infrastructure side and application software being more on the front end or end user experience side, right? So by and large, the plumbing is where you really want to be because those are sticky investments, right? And so generally speaking, the gravitational pull for any software or rather any tech investor who wants to play the AI theme within the realm of software, by and large, that's been in the infrastructure space because the level of disruption and existential risk has just been relatively lower than application names that have kind of been beaten down in relation.
Security giant Palo Alto Networks, what draws you to that name?
So a lot of things, business as usual in terms of this is a fantastic franchise, multi-product, multi-solution, comprehensive product portfolio, check the box, highly profitable, cash flow generative. They're waiting in the wings to consummate their acquisition of what we think was a fantastic asset in CyberArk. That's not due to close for another quarter or two. So just the base case scenario here, this is a great business. It's a great compounding business, and we think it's unfairly underperformed for what the quality and resiliency of the underlying fundamentals are in terms of the demand profile. But specifically tying it back to the AI trade, I mean, as organizations and large entities adopt AI and mass, and this whole process becomes very mainstream, what's going to happen is your attack surface, the attack surface for these organizations is only going to increase. That's going to introduce new blind spots, new areas where, adversaries and malicious actors can come into your organization. So AI is absolutely going to turn up that existing problem on its head and really exacerbate it. So, thematically, that's also a very, very relevant place to have an asset like Palo Alto from a cybersecurity standpoint in your portfolio.
We're tight for time. I'm sorry about that. Atlassian, could you tell us quickly, if you wouldn't mind, what attracts you to that name?
This, very tactically speaking, this is a stock that's trading at a 5-year trough. There was just some chatter on the tape overnight with respect to another company called Datadog that's making an overture in acquiring a company called GitLab. And I'm bringing all of this up because whatever the speculation and the rumor is that this asset GitLab is presumably or purportedly being taken out at 9 times revenue. Well, in direct comparison, Atlassian, GitLab is one of Atlassian's chief rivals. Atlassian trades at 5 times sales for a business that's larger and a business that's more profitable. So very tactically speaking, you've got a dislocated asset value just by virtue of what's quite literally come out overnight. But we generally think this is a very interesting business in terms of empowering systems of work, empowering technical headcount, empowering non-technical headcount, and using tools and solutions and technologies to work better, and especially in the realm of AI.
Fatima, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Really appreciate it. Fatima Boolani, director and managing director in software equity research at Citi.